And then let's begin the meditation by closing our eyes. And if you can hear squeaking, that's my guinea pigs who are on the sofa next door to me. They're going to join us in the meditation too. And then we're just going to start by breathing in and out. I'm sure you were breathing anyway. Well, hopefully you were. We're just going to start by noticing how that breathing is coming in and out of our bodies. So is it coming in and out of your mouth or your nose or in one and out the other? It really doesn't matter. And just notice that breath if it's coming into your neck and your throat. We're just going to spend a bit of time noticing how far it comes into our body and just really getting used to feeling inside our bodies and feeling how that air comes in to our mouths or up through our noses and then down into our throat, and just see if you can feel that. Just notice it as it comes into your throat and your neck. If you can feel if it's cold or soft or hard, if it's coming in fast and harshly, or if it's gentle and soft and slow. Just you're really trying to notice that kind of the quality of it, the texture. And just notice it as it's coming into the inside of your body. And keep noticing your breath and notice if it's coming into the kind of tops of your shoulders, into the top area of your chest, the backs of your shoulders, your shoulder blades. And is it kind of filling up that area, or is it coming in just a little bit, just quite shallowly? That's a word. And then notice if you can feel it coming down through your chest, down to your heart. Give a little smile as it passes your heart. It's always nice to give your heart a smile. And just notice if it's coming down as far as your solar plexus. Can you go that far yet? Just paying attention as it comes into your body, into the insides of your body, in through your airways and out again. Just noticing how that feels. Does your body rise and fall? Can you feel if it's cold or warm air or harsh or soft? Or how is that feeling as it comes into your body? Is anything changing? Is anything opening up or not? Is it tightening up? And just notice if it's coming in through past your heart and your solar plexus. Maybe down into the top of your stomach. And just notice how that feels as it comes in. And is it filling up your back as well, around your rib cage? And just notice if you can feel how that's feeling. And just noticing it coming out of your mouth. In through your mouth and your nose, how it feels as it leaves your body. Does it feel cold or soft on your lips or your nostrils or the top of your lip? And just notice as it comes in through your nostrils and your mouth, how it feels on your tongue, or as it goes up through your nose and down in through your throat and down through your chest and your shoulders, your heart, your solar plexus, your stomach down into your belly. And then just notice if you can feel kind of filling up your pelvic area, your hips, and notice that connection to the chair, the seat where you're sitting. And if you can feel it on the backs of your legs, depending on how you're sitting. And then just feeling down through your thighs and your knees and your calves and your shins, down to your ankles, and then notice how your feet are connecting to the floor, to the earth, to the ground, even if it's the side of your feet, if you're cross-legged, or your heels if you've got your feet in front of you, or the soles of your feet if they're flat on the floor like mine. And then I just like to feel my toes, my insteps, the tops of my feet, and just notice how that feels. Then we're going to go straight up, back up to the crown of our head, right to the top of our head, and just notice how our brain's feeling, how our forehead's feeling. Just notice if there's any tension, if anything is swelling around, or if it's blank, quiet, or empty, soft, or feeling quite tight. If there's lots of thoughts swirling around, try not to attach to any particular thought, but notice, you can acknowledge that, oh, there's some thoughts, or there's a thought, a recurring thought, and it keeps coming back. Try not to go off into thoughts and stories about it. Come down through your eyes, your eyelids, your eyeballs and eye sockets. It's just nice to have them closed while we're awake, because they're open most of the time and doing lots of looking for us at computer screens or just the world around us. And down through our cheeks, into our mouths, our tongues. And then just notice your jaw. It can be a lot of tension in our jaw. Sometimes it helps just to drop our jaws. And then down into our throat. And then as we scan down through our middle body again, we're just going to notice if there is any tension or lumps and bumps or knots. Anything that could be in there that could be an old feeling that we haven't processed. I'm just going to scan down through our shoulders. And when you come to somewhere that feels like there could be a knot, or some bit of tension in there that feels like it could be something a bit upsetting or a little bit difficult, something you want to avoid perhaps, you can just stay there for, a few breaths. See how that feels, because we want to really get in the business of just noticing when there's something internal, something that could be a tension point or a stress point or a bit of upset or sadness, or it could be related to something that's happened to us really recently, today or this week, that's coming up for some healing. It's been triggered by a recent event. And, the only way to heal some of these old wounds, even recent wounds, is if we feel them. You can't heal if you can't feel, if you don't feel. So as we scan down through our middle body, it could actually be in your jaw. As I say, we hold a lot of tension there. Just feel into that source of tension, or that lump or bump or knot. And continue to just softly breathe. Just gently breathe, or if you feel like you want to breathe heavily because it's quite intense, that's fine too. Just be aware of your breathing as you focus on the knot or the lump or the source of tension. I've got a bit of a knot in my stomach, right at the top of my stomach, just under my solar plexus, where I've kind of got two opposing feelings about a situation, and I haven't quite learnt to just allow them both, to be with them both. So I'm going to have a little bit of a tension just while I breathe through that for a moment, but it could be anything for you. Just stay here and breathe. And give it a smile, or some tenderness, or some compassion. Whatever you feel is needed for that time. Just getting used to feeling it. And if it starts to feel too intense, too upsetting, just stop at any time. Just a few more breaths here. And if you do decide to stop, you can just go back to focusing on your breath, come away from the lump or the knot. Just come back to focusing on how it feels as it comes in and out of your mouth or your nose, and goes into your body. And then we're all going to do that now. We're going to give our lump or bump, or a bit of upset, a smile, a last bit of care and compassion, a nice warm hug. And then we're going to return our focus back to our breathing. whether that's in through our noses or mouths, and however it comes out. And just notice how your body's feeling now. Is it feeling heavy or light? No different. If there's tension, try not to worry too much about it. Just be with it. Just let it be there. You don't have to do anything with it. Just come back to the breathing. Notice how that's feeling as it comes in and out of your body. In and out of your mouth or your nose. If a yawn comes, that's good, or even a burp. You might feel some energy, some emotion moving around in your body. That could mean that something's shifting a little bit. Might even be a small part, but it might just be giving you access to something that was previously a bit hidden and locked away and stuck. Just feel into your connection to the seat, whatever you're sitting on. It's really important to just feel held sometimes for a moment. We don't have to do anything. The seat's got us. Feel our connection to the floor with our feet, the soles of our feet, toes and tops of our feet and heels. And then just return to the breath. Nostrils and mouth, however that breath is coming in and out of your body. We'll just stay here for a few breaths, bringing everything to a gentle close, coming back to our breath. Maybe giving our toes and fingers just a little wiggle. Might want to just rub our thighs a bit, or our arms a bit. Just start to come back into the room. Maybe some deeper breaths, stronger breaths, just whatever you feel is going to help you get ready to open your eyes after this long meditation. Bit of rolling of the shoulders. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in the meditation. I'll see you in the next video.